Welcome, guys. As you know, my name is Arbas. This is Pavel here, one of the students in the mentorship. One of the not the OG students, but one of the intermediate students at some point. I hope he can share his experience with you guys on his experience on the or in the mentorship. What he's gained out of it, etc. So we'll just start off. So could you give a little background of your trading background before and after the mentorship? Compare it if you had to compare it.
Yeah, yeah. So I started, I think it's a year now. It's been a year, I think.
Yep.
And I first started off just watching, I don't know, some YouTubers. I think it was some cotton candy guy. I don't know. I just stumbled upon him, doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Then like I just started trading immediately on demo. Then I was like, oh, this isn't working. Then I switched to I think TJR.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then from that I went to ICT and I was like, oh, I have this on lock. I'm good. And then I was still trading on demo. Then I was like, okay, maybe I heard from a friend actually. Oh, these are prop firms. Like you pay this much money and you get like a $10,000 account.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, it doesn't make sense because I just heard about it. And then he's like, oh, I got an account. You should get one too. And I was like, oh, maybe I don't know because I was planning on like actually locking in from like in 2024. And I started back testing. I didn't know how to
Yeah.
back test.
Yeah.
And then I got an account. I started trading. I passed phase one. I passed phase two. I got to the live one and I blew it all. It
Oh
was
man.
all in shambles because I didn't know what I was doing. I was putting in like I was opening 10 zero point 0.1 lots, like 10 0.2
Wow.
lots and just holding my losses. I remember, and actually on my phase one,
Uh-huh.
on my second day, I was trading some 4 hour fair value gap and put in 10 lots at like every single possible increment. And I got to $290 in daily drawdown, and the max is 300. I literally woke up and I was praying I don't fail. So it
Oh
was just
man.
horrible.
That's insane, man. That's insane.
Yeah.
So clearly in terms of knowledge, right? You kind of really were lost, right? You had all these
Yeah.
concepts, you had all this
Completely.
information, but you didn't really know how to put it together. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, after taking the mentorship, in terms of content, right? Comparing that point of when you were before versus now, how would you rate the mentorship in that sense? How would you describe the mentorship content wise and what you've gained from that?
I mean, yeah, as you said, like I was so lost. After I blew the account, I realized how lost I was. I was like, this like what am I doing? I don't know what's going on. Like I have no idea what I'm doing. Like because then I started looking into actually trading and I was like, oh, there's no way. This doesn't make any sense. Like how are people doing this? And then I stumbled upon you on TikTok. I mean, way before, but for some reason I wasn't seeing your mentorship TikToks. And then I saw it and I was like, oh, I have to like I know I've been looking at your content and I know you like the real deal and I see the stuff you talk about is like on a high level. So I was like, oh, let me email you and whatever. And then bro, it's like a completely different world. Like everything is so clear now. Like I'm able to like analyze everything and I mean, most importantly, be patient with it, but actually see what's going on, understand why the market is moving the way it's moving, and just actually trade and not just gamble. I think
Awesome,
that's the
bro.
best way to put it, pretty
Awesome.
much. Yeah.
So compared to like how the information was organized and the quality and the level of information, how would you compare that to other competitors?
I mean, I haven't been in any other like trading. I mean, I've been in some trading Discord, but it's mostly people just talking nonsense.
Yeah, yeah,
But
from what you've seen in the
mentorships
space,
and
in
content,
general,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, what would you say in that from that sense?
Like I don't think others have any sort of structure. It just doesn't really make sense. It feels like they just put out one video and then put out another video and then that's pretty much it. There's no like connection between the videos for me at least. And it's like, oh, just do this, and no one actually explains their stuff. They just say do this and do this, and it's like it. I don't know how to explain it, but once I went through your content and actually realized what I want my system to be like and was executing on it, I was able to understand what those people were talking about. but they just talk about it so briefly and it's so bland that if you're a beginner, you're going to fail. It doesn't make any sense. They're just saying like, "Oh, do this. Do if this happens, do this," and you're doing it, and people are talking about them doing it as well and it working for them. But you have to understand why you're doing it and not just actually do it like they say. Oh, just do it, and it works.
That's amazing, man. That's absolutely amazing. No, honestly, seeing your growth so far has just been absolutely insane. You know, the results and the amount of information that you've learned is just quite like literally unparalleled to, what people
Yeah.
who have not bought a mentorship, learn, right? So I wanted to ask you as well, compared to now, right? How would you describe your confidence and your ability in this industry? Trying to be a trader, how would you describe that in terms of how confident you feel and how in your opinion, how hopeful or how much information from a success standpoint you feel? Like, do you feel like you're really prepared now to be a professional in this industry who is gonna have results?
Yes, yes, 1,000%. Like it
Awesome,
just everything is locked in now, I think.
amazing,
Like
bro,
I just
amazing.
yeah, I just feel like it's coming soon.
It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen very soon.
Yeah.
And other, just talking about some other parts of the community now. Like the recordings, the community that we've built. You do you have any opinions on that? Could you describe your satisfaction from the recordings, from the other content in the support Discord as well as the community?
Yeah, I mean we talked about it before in general and everyone in the chat. You're benefiting from everything, even if you get mentorship or mentorship is of course the best in the game,
Yep, yep.
but even if you get the mentorship or just the premium or even just the free, like you're benefiting anyway. You are always there. Mentorship students are always there. People are always talking about something. Anyone can ask anything and people respond. It's not like an uptight community of people just being serious about trading, but it's mostly like people can talk about other stuff, but it's of course mostly trading. So it's like a chill but trading focused community, and just everybody wants to help everyone, especially in the mentorship that you respond, as everybody always says, like
That's my goal,
it's
man. That's my
unbelievable
goal.
that you respond every single time, and it's like you don't wait a day or two. Like you're always there to help with anything, even if people DM you. When I DM you, respond. So it's like it's weird.
And that's
And
what
the
it's
recordings are
exactly, man. And that's the whole goal of being a true mentor.
yeah.
That's a great, man. That's really awesome to hear. Let's, we'll end it off now. If you could give one piece of advice to, somebody who's interested in the mentorship, watching this video, who wants to maybe embark in day trading, in regards to the community, the mentorship, the brand, what advice or what would you tell them?
First, I would probably, speaking from my perspective, I would first of all say that you shouldn't give up. There's no point. For me, I looked at it this way. I've wasted like 6 months of my life wasted, and then I would give up. What's the point of me even using those 6 months? 6 months. So why don't I just try and get this done? And if you look at Arbaz's content, you'll see you have to look through a lot of his content, but you'll actually see that there's no point of you doing anything else but getting the mentorship, because everything makes so much sense. And I'm speaking like it's just the truth. Everything is so clear, makes a lot of sense. As I said, I was completely lost. So the most important thing for me is believe in yourself. Don't don't give up. There's no point. You wasted your time then. What's the point? But if you get the mentorship, everything will be so much clear to you. I know it might sound crazy, but for me, I don't know, I can't even explain how lost I was. It was like on another level. I had no idea what I was doing. Like I would just be sitting and I'm like, what am I doing? Like what is going on? I felt like I was like a dream state. But then right now, it's like whenever I look at the markets, I'm like, oh, maybe this, maybe that, and it actually happens. I'm not like, oh wow, like I got it. I'm like, yeah, this makes sense, and like everything is so much clear. And it's only been what, like let's say 2 months, maybe
Two
max.
months, maybe 2.5 months,
So
maybe, and
that's
you've
like
you've already
crazy.
exploded in growth.
Yeah,
Well, listen, Pavel, thank you so much for your kind words. I'm glad the mentorship has been helping you, and I'm telling you, man, the sky's the limit. We have so much more content
yeah.
coming in, and I appreciate it, man.
Can't
Thank you.
wait. Yes, sir.
Thank you.